Welcome to the 2021 Rotary Virtual International Convention. Thank you for joining us. We look forward to today's exciting general session featuring
2021 Rotary International Convention Committee Chair, Ken Schubert.
Rotarian and host of the Convention Minute, John Hannes.
News anchor for ARD and Rotarian, Sasha Hingst.
Rotary International President, Holger Knark.
Featured in the hit movie Pitch Perfect 2, a cappella group, the Philharmonic.
Rotaractor and Rotarian, Elise Lynn.
Former ABC7 Chicago news anchor, Linda Yu.
General Secretary and CEO of Rotary International, John Hugo.
Rotary Peace Fellow and CEO of the United for Change Center, Jimena Morillo. Director General of the World Health Organization, Dr. Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus. Germany-based breakdance group, DDC Entertainment Group. And our host, news anchor and Rotarian, Mark Wright.
In March of 2020, my year as Rotary President was already planned. Suzanne and I were scheduled to visit Rotarians all over the world. Then everything changed. And I spent the year the way most of you did, at home. I worried that my presidency would fail because I couldn't visit clubs and see projects. How could I provide encouragement and support? But what seemed like a problem turned out to be an advantage. By visiting clubs online, I could be everywhere, every day. In fact, I could be Super Holger. In the morning, I could travel to Bangladesh. There, District 3281 Rotarians and Rotaractors fought COVID in 5 cities by packing and distributing 10,000 bottles of hand sanitizer. In the afternoon, I could be 15,000 kilometers west in Brazil. In the north, District 4391 Rotarians worked with farmers to encourage soil sustainability and increase agricultural yields. In a virtual environment, I could visit a dozen Rotary clubs a week and participate in their projects. It was exciting and rewarding. And I was so proud of the work you did in such difficult times. The more I saw, the more I realized that of course I was not a superhero. I was an ordinary hero, just as all of you are ordinary heroes. And wherever you are, that's where I am, your partner in service.
Hello, I'm Mark Wright, past president of the Rotary Club of Seattle and a television news anchor here in the United States. It's an honor to return as your host for the 2021 Rotary International Virtual Convention. As the COVID-19 pandemic continues, we are grateful you're able to join us virtually. Over the next few days, you'll hear from inspiring speakers, be able to connect with Rotary members, see spectacular entertainment, and be motivated to do good in your own communities. Now, today's session is all about reflection. What have we learned from this past year? What opportunities do we have to apply these lessons moving forward? Perhaps most importantly, what do we want to celebrate? Well, how about the expansion of Rotary? I'm delighted to announce Rotary International's newest country, Vietnam. With the help and support of local citizens from Vietnam and Rotarians from Thailand, Germany, Australia, and the United Kingdom, just to name a few, we'd like to wish our new Vietnamese Rotarians every success. So let's get this international celebration started. Join me in welcoming your 2021 Rotary International Convention Committee Chair and a past Rotary International Vice President. From the Rotary Club of Decatur, Alabama, United States of America, Kenneth M. Schubert, Jr.
Hello, Rotary friends. As chair of this year's convention committee, it is my honor and privilege to welcome you to the 2021 Rotary International Convention. We have many fun activities for you to experience, like taking a cooking class, doing yoga, participating in walking and trivia challenges, and even attending a dance party. For Lynn and me, this is our 20th convention. And of course, our most favorite convention memories come from seeing and connecting with Rotary friends from around the world. We will all be able to do this together for the next few days, but just virtually. This year has certainly been a year full of opportunities, as President Holger says. Our world headquarters in Evanston, Illinois has been revamped. Taking us on a grand tour is our General Secretary and CEO, John Huco. Showtime, John. It's all yours.
I'd like to welcome you to beautiful Evanston, Illinois, the home of Rotary International Headquarters. We've taken every precaution to help prevent the spread of COVID-19 within our community. Unfortunately, this means we haven't been able to welcome visitors into One Rotary Center. But now, we're excited to offer a virtual tour. We're starting in room 711, a recreation of the site of the first Rotary Club meeting. Rotary founder Paul Harris moved to Chicago to pursue his law career in 1896. In 1905, he and 3 other men held what became known as the first Rotary Club meeting in the downtown Chicago office of Gus Lohr. Local Rotarians recreated the office in the 1980s to preserve and share Rotary history. And nearby are images representing Harris's vision for Rotary and members putting it into action today. Welcome to the Archclump Society Gallery. At the 1917 convention, Rotary President Archclump defined several areas he considered essential for Rotary's future, growth, and success. His suggestion led to a Rotary Endowment Fund, which became the Rotary Foundation. Now, we use his name to recognize donors who have contributed $250,000 or more to the Rotary Foundation. And today, there are more than 1,100 members of the Archclump Society. The 18th floor houses the offices of senior leaders, the boardroom, and interactive exhibits highlighting Rotary's impact around the world. Rotary International directors, foundation trustees, and various committees meet here in the boardroom. Next to the boardroom is the office of the Rotary International President, who is elected to serve a 1-year term. Our final spot is a newly renovated exhibit space that introduces Rotary leaders, shares stories of impact, and highlights our vision statement. Together, we see a world where people unite to take action to create lasting change across the globe, in our communities, and in ourselves. A wall of movable panels offers visitors a chance to explore milestones and stories of impact. You can also find inspiration in Rotary's action plan, increasing our impact, expanding our reach, enhancing participant engagement, and increasing our ability to adapt. We hope you've enjoyed this virtual tour. On behalf of the entire Rotary staff, we can't wait to see you here again soon.
Well, I don't know about you, but that tour makes me want to visit Rotary headquarters in person. And speaking of Evanston, one of the most recognizable faces from the last few conventions is a member of the Rotary Club of Evanston Nouveau, Illinois, here in the U.S. He's been catching up with members about their favorite convention memories. It's our Rotary famous host of the Convention Minute, John Hannes.
Hi, I'm John Hannes. I had the opportunity to chat with Rotary members from around the world about their convention experiences, some of their fondest memories, and the value of holding conventions. Let's see what they had to say. What is your fondest convention memory?
I don't think anything can beat your first Rotary International Convention.
Just going into that large plenary session and seeing thousands of Rotarians there.
Just having a small stroll through the House of Friendship.
Whether it's live or virtual, what value does the convention bring to you?
Getting to see so many cultural programs, which I probably would have never seen had I not attended all these conventions.
It unites tens of thousands of like-minded people for service, for fellowship, and for fun.
The power of a convention is that we meet people who inspire us to be better. no matter if it's virtual or if it's in person.
And what brings you back to each convention?
That inspiration to move forward and the motivation to do good work in the world.
Take projects and new ideas and new connections that you pick up at the convention and take them back to your club.
Just the whole idea of like-minded people all in one spot from across the globe. It's just an energy and a feeling that you really can't replicate unless you've been there.
So we're seeing people for the first time experience a convention through this virtual experience, but what would you say to them to encourage them to register for a future convention when we're back in person?
If you've enjoyed this experience, start planning now for one of the future conventions, be it Texas or Melbourne, over the coming 2 years.
Wow, that was a lot of fun. And that was only a small sample of the thousands of attendees we see every year. We're so excited to offer you a great lineup of engagement opportunities here at the 2021 virtual convention. Make sure you stop by the House of Friendship to network, to learn about projects, and to register for the 2022 convention. You can also learn more by visiting convention.rotary.org.
Thanks, John, for highlighting everything that makes the convention experience special. I encourage all of you to reflect on your own convention memories and share them with us on social media using the hashtag Rotary21. For this year's virtual convention, we're mirroring Holger's Zoom adventures as he visited clubs across the world. We'll hear from Rotary leadership in their home countries and get introduced to new cities and local projects along the way. Let's get started with President Holger Knack, who joins us from Berlin, Germany. Please welcome from the Rotary Club of Herzogtum Lauenburg-Mölln, Germany, Rotary International President Holger Knack. And from the Rotary Club of Berlin, Germany, news anchor for ARD, Sascha Hingst.
And we are right in the heart of the city. This is the German Academy of Arts, a 325-year-old institution, although it certainly doesn't look like that on the outside. But we want to talk about the last year of Rotary, your year, Holger. A year ago, you talked in your opening speech a lot about change, and I guess you had no idea how much change that year would bring.
Yes, that was at the International Assembly in San Diego last year in January. I spoke a lot about change, and nobody, as you said, has an idea how this change will looks like, and it changes our world, not just the Rotary world, totally.
Yeah. But for Rotary, COVID-19, does it mean we were less visible, or did it bring out the best of Rotarians?
I think it depends. Some parts are not really visible, but I'm totally impressed of our fellow Rotarians all over the world who very fast adapted the new technology.
Another thing you talk about a lot is youth. Why?
Yes, Suzanne and I, we are really very committed to youth. So we don't have any children by our own, but we hosted over the year more than 40 youth exchange students. And Suzanne always said, this raises our level of tolerance. And today I really love to work with youth.
It's almost a cliche to say the youth is the future, but why do you think it is so important for Rotary?
Our Rotary clubs are growing into age in many parts of the world. And I'm really counting on Rotaract. They are no youth, they are young professionals up to 35 today. But it's really fun to work with them.
When you talk with young people who perhaps don't even know what Rotary is and what Rotary does, what do you tell them?
I think the old easy answer was Rotary is a service club. But you know, Rotary is much more. I used to answer Rotary is the ideal platform, of course for service, but also for international connections, for international network, for meeting friends around the world. And by the way, friends, you really can ask to take action. It's about personal growth. It's about increase your leadership skills. There are so many things what are important for young and old.
I can feel your passion. It wouldn't be a real convention without the presidential speech, and I'm looking forward to that right now, Holger.
Thank you. Philosopher Jean-Paul Sartre once said, "Perhaps there are more beautiful times, but this is ours." This time is ours, and our time has been filled with sorrow and change. But with change also comes opportunity, and this convention is no exception. The pandemic continues to bring great devastation, and for far too many, a very sad ending for people important to us. We must continue to honor those who have passed and do whatever we can to bring this devastation to an end as soon as possible. Rotarians continue to do their role to help the world cope with the pandemic. And we are stepping up across the globe with vaccination campaigns that can help bring it to an end. I want to thank all the Rotarians who have done so much to help us cope with these difficult times. Nothing can override our sense of loss, but we cannot ignore the ways the pandemic has forced us to make positive change. This has been an important year in Rotary. From Africa being declared wild polio-free and building on that optimistic news by staying focused on our commitment to end polio. And we have every reason to be optimistic. Until early May, there were just 2 cases with wild polio virus worldwide. To look forward to the exciting news about our new area of focus on the environment. That will begin on July 1st. And to taking Rotaract to a new level this year, with higher visibility in the Rotary world than ever before, and more districts and zones follow our lead. To 2 continents, Africa and Australia, as well as many countries and clubs celebrating their centennial. And most of all, even amid the pandemic, to every Rotarian embracing the change around us and forming a new closeness through our use of technology and our commitment to mutual care. Whenever we think of change, we must think about opportunities. For Rotary clubs, this means thinking strategically and considering how we can build on the experiences of the past year. Some of us may think that we can just return to business as usual once this pandemic is over. But that's impossible. The world is changing and we must change with it. The world will not stand still for us. We have all seen just how valuable virtual meetings can be. International meetings are now routine. Exciting new service projects can be planned and executed in real time across the world, and we can collaborate together like never before. While fundraising in this environment has been challenging, it too can be enhanced with the use of technology, as people can see now their donations in action. All of this immediate interaction is leading to new ideas and problem solving. Virtual club meetings are also appealing to younger people. Even before COVID-19 began to spread rapidly around the world, I spoke about the importance of Rotary adapting to the changes around us. And change also means adapting our in-person meetings to be more appealing to the types of people we need to attract to stay relevant. For most younger generation, clubs built around shared meals don't fit with their lifestyles. This was not an experience they had grown up and certainly did not fit with their busy social calendars. The time and distance between us has shrunk dramatically. Instead of speakers at a podium, everybody's face is right in front of us. We speak to each other directly, face to face, and this has helped us transcend cultural boundaries. Of course, we have missed hugging people, casual chats over coffee, and our in-person meetings. These things are important and will return in due time. But we're also getting better at the casual parts of virtual and turning it into more opportunities for unscripted thinking and planning. We need to keep the good parts of what we have learned in the past year and become a more modern organization. We need to use this opportunity to welcome younger men and women and more diverse groups. This is how we will expand our reach. And the technology will continue to evolve. Our comfort will continue to grow. The technology will become more user-friendly, exciting, and engaging. And we must keep up. And we will become better at blending the live world with the digital one. I encourage you to use this technology of this convention to have an engaging learning experience and to have fun. Please go to breakout sessions, engage in chat rooms, and try to make connections just like you would if you were at a live convention visiting the House of Friendship. So please, have fun.
President Holger, thank you for leading our organization during a challenging time. We appreciate your steadfast guidance in what certainly has been a difficult year. Thank you as well for your reflection on opportunities and where they can take us, literally and figuratively. I now have a unique opportunity to share with you all. It is my pleasure to introduce a very exciting and talented group of young singers. You may have seen them on televised music competitions here in North America or on the big screen in Pitch Perfect 2. Everything they do is a cappella, which means they sing without instruments. You can find them on all social media platforms, and all their latest music videos are on YouTube. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome VJ, Trace, Joe, Jules, and Nico Del Rey, the Philharmonic.
Hey, we're the Philharmonic, and that's spelled with an F-I-L because we're all Filipino.
We want to give a big thanks to Rotary International for inviting us out tonight and all the good you do in the world. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, we got it going on, got it going on. Feels so good to be us. Hey. Yeah, we got it going on, got it going on.
Out here drifting in finesse. Don't make no sense. Out here drifting in finesse. You know it, you know it. Drifting in finesse. Don't make no sense. Out here drifting in finesse. You know it, you know it. This is how we do it. Let's go. This is how we do it. Na 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 na. This is how we do it. This is how we do it. It's Friday night and I feel alright. The party's here on the west side,
so I reach for my 40 and I turn it up. Designated driver, take the keys in my truck. Hear the show cause I'm faded. High in the streets say
I'm kinda buzzed and it's all because
this is how we do it.
Philharmonic does it like nobody does.
This is how we do it.
All my neighbors, you got my flavor.
This is how we do it.
So let's hit the track to the old school back.
The best place to find a lover, but the bar is where I go. Me and my friends at the table doing shots, drinking fast, and now we'll talk slow.
You come over and set up a conversation with just me, and trust me, I'll give it a chance.
Take my hand, stop the fan, and then on the jukebox, and then we start to dance. And now I'm singing like, girl, you know I want your love. Your love was handmade for somebody like me. Come on now, follow my lead. I may be crazy, don't mind me. Say, boy, let's not talk too much. Grab on my waist and put that body on me. Come on now, follow my lead. Come on now, follow my lead. La na 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 na, hey. La na 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 na, hey. La na 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 na, hey. Light it up like dynamite. 'Cause I bring the sunlight. So watch me bring the fire, set the night alight. Shining through the city with a little funk and soul. I'ma light it up. Do you remember the 21st night of September? Love was changing the minds of pretenders while chasing the clouds away. Our hearts were ringing in the key that our souls were singing as we danced in the night. Remember how the stars stole the night away. You don't have to be rich to be my girl. You don't have to be cool to rule my world. You don't have to be rich to be my girl. You don't have to be cool to rule my world. You don't have to be rich to be my girl. You don't have to be cool to rule my world. Ain't no particular side I'm more compatible with. I just want your extra time and your kiss.
Thank you to the Philharmonic for that incredible performance. I'd like to take a moment and point out my rotary pin here. It may seem like a small thing, but it's really one of the visible ways we recognize each other as members and friends of Rotary. The rotary wheel has even become a fashion symbol for many as Rotarians incorporate it into fabrics, outfits, and accessories. Let's take a look at this short video to see more.
Since our early days, Rotary has been identified by the rotary wheel. The logo has evolved over the years, and so have the ways members showcase their commitment. From scarves to kilts and even pets, we're celebrating our global membership and the pride we take in our clubs and each other. Favorite way to show your Rotary pride? Share it with us on social media using hashtag Rotary21 so we can continue to highlight the great work you're doing in your community and around the world. And next year, hopefully we'll all gather again in person.
These fashions are a unifier. The pins, the accessories, all of it are a way we reflect our shared commitment to Rotary and to service. These fashions allow us to showcase what we have in common, even as we express the individual style and uniqueness of each Rotarian. Those individual contributions and expressions are what make Rotary so effective. By relying on members' varied skills and experiences, we become stronger and more vibrant. And this applies to Rotarians and Rotaractors equally. Rotaractors contribute extremely valuable insights, offer great ideas, and share perspectives that help us see things in new or unconsidered ways. They've proven over time and again to be a true asset to our organization. Here to tell us more, it is my pleasure to introduce the Charter President of the Rotary Club of Taipei Daylight, Taiwan, Yi-Chun Elise Lin.
Hi, fellow Rotarians, Rotaractors, and friends in Rotary. My name is Elise. I joined Rotary as a Rotaractor back in 2013, and now I'm the Charter President of Rotary Club of Taipei Daylight. As a dual member, the policy changes and discussions going on in the Rotary world in the past 2 years are very exciting. From the Rotary participation in 2019 International Assembly to the Elevate Rotary Initiative, we have seen a lot of successful stories around the world reflecting Rotary and Rotary partnership. We all know that Rotary has a very powerful global network. But have you ever noticed that within our organization, we also have a very strong vertical network across generations? But there is something missing. We need better communication, interaction, and partnership between us to better leverage this vertical network. And the good news is, none of these tasks are too challenging for us. At a club level, when you are developing a service project or event, talk to road actors. Not only might they come up with some good ideas, they might be willing to take the lead and manage the project as well. Road actors are great leaders. And if you're a road actor with a service project idea, talk to Rotarians as well. Not only are they able to provide professional experience and resources through their well-developed network, they might be eager to learn from you by being part of your team. And of course, we all know that road actors are Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok experts. But our young leaders know about more than just tech and can help you expand your reach. At the district level, why not invite road actors to join your district committees so that you have a more comprehensive perspective when making decisions and plans? When holding district training events, invite both Rotarians and road actors so that we receive information and knowledge from all generations for innovative ideas that we might never have thought before. Recently, in my home district, with just a small act of inviting road actors to join the conversation at district team training seminar, we created an amazing chain reaction. Chairs of several district youth service committees started to ask road actors to join and serve on the committees. And district road act representatives also reached out to Rotary clubs to develop district service projects together. There are still so many other ways that we can create this synergy when Rotary and road act work together. The only thing we have to always keep in mind is to bring the power together so that our impact is wider, not only to the people we serve, but to ourselves. Rotary opens opportunities, and the more connected we are, the more opportunities we will have. And in the long run, we are also opening opportunities for the future of Rotary. Thank you.
Thank you, Elise. You're absolutely right. The more connected we are, the more opportunities we all have. And the more opportunities we'll be able to open for others. That is the power of Rotary and our global network of members. So let's hear from some of those members now as they reflect on what their experience has been like over this past year.
My friends, we all know that the world has been facing the challenge against the pandemic.
It was in March last year when I, as a district trainer, had to switch paths from in-person to virtual.
Le Rotary, c'est l'action. Donc, comment passer à l'action quand on est bloqué chez soi? Reste la voie numérique.
La possibilità di poter colloquiare attraverso delle piattaforme informatiche è stato per noi una salvezza.
We've seen Rotary adapt and use technology to change the way that we do business.
We hosted international speakers that would have never been able to visit us.
14 distritos, 11 países conectados. La virtualidad nos ha unido como zona.
Rotary has continued to give me the tremendous opportunities to bring the story of Rotary to life by showing Rotarians as the people of action.
The Rotary Clubs hosted the first annual Pounding the Pavement for Polio. Individuals and Rotarians from around the world joined us in this effort.
Our club was involved in 2 global grant projects to donate more than 20,000 PCR test kits.
Cette année, ce qui a été vraiment exceptionnel pour moi, c'est cette remise de 250 repas par jour à des gens démunis dont le Covid les a rendus précaires.
In Italia abbiamo vaccinato, grazie appunto al Rotary, 600.000 concittadini. Tutto questo merito anche della sensibilità e dell'organizzazione and the polio now. Siamo gente che sanno come fare le vaccinazioni.
This is the power to adapt to rising challenges.
I know Rotary is going to take the lessons learned of the past year, expand our reach, and grow Rotary as we make a difference in the communities that we serve. And that is exciting.
So don't keep your life stand still. And soon we will all be back together in person. Till then, stay safe, stay happy, and stay alive.
Rotary took swift action to respond to the global events of this past year, highlighting the importance of one of our action plan priorities, increase our ability to adapt. But what about the other components of our action plan? What are they? And most importantly, how do we bring them to life? Joining us again from our world headquarters, please welcome back from the Rotary Club of Kiev, Ukraine, Rotary International General Secretary and CEO John Hugo, and former ABC 7 Chicago news anchor Linda Yu.
Thank you, Mark. Right now, we are sitting here in beautiful Evanston, Illinois, and this is Rotary headquarters. But let's get started because we really want to talk about the action plan, okay? And there's some exciting things. So first of all, what's the role of the action plan for the future of Rotary?
Well, it really does represent our future. It really is the sort of the roadmap, the strategic roadmap for where I think we need to take our organization over the next 20, 30 years. It's a well-developed plan. It got input from Rotarians all around the world. A lot of thought went into it, and we're really looking forward to implementing it.
There's a lot of things in it, too. A lot of things that that covers just about everything.
Well, again, the action plan has, Linda, has four main pillars. One is we really want to try to expand our reach. We want to have greater impact. We want to engage our members. We want to really engage our members more, and we really want to be more nimble to be able to adapt. So those are sort of the four key priorities of our action plan.
So, are you ready to talk about any successes, any progress that have already been made?
Well, COVID, overnight, literally overnight, the entire Rotary world, 1.2 million members, had to move to this new virtual existence that we're in. And we've seen that we can embrace technology in a way that we hadn't in the past. We've expanded our, sort of our reach through partnerships. We've introduced a new area of focus, the environment. We've introduced programs of scale, where we're really trying to fund large, significant projects that are truly going to make a difference. And we've also, really engaged more with our Rotaractors, which is a segment of our Rotary family that I think we can do a lot more with. So the action plan is our future. Mm-hmm. It's exciting, and I think we've begun to undertake a number of sort of important initiatives to put it into reality.
So why is that plan so important now for the organization as a whole, but for each individual club or district?
Every so often, certainly every century or so, an organization needs to sort of reach an inflection point and to step back and think, okay, what can we do differently? How can we adapt? How can we change? What do we need to do to take our organization further in even a better direction? I believe this is this point, and I think this COVID pandemic has shown to us that it is possible to change, it is possible to adapt, and we're going to need to adapt, right? I mean, the world is not going to change for us. We will need to change for the world.
So the open part of the action plan is that any club, any president, any district even can say, this is what we want to do. So in terms of that openness, what could each club do?
Well, it seems to me that every club president, not only every club president, but every president-elect nominee, because you have to work as a team, continuity is very important here, is to take a look at the strategic plan, the action plan, and say, okay, what is applicable to me and to my club? Really hold up a mirror to your club and say, what can we be doing better? Are we getting the members that we want to have? Are we doing the kind of projects that we want to do? Are we raising the sort of money that we want to raise? And if the answers to all those are yes, you're good to go. But if not, look at that plan and choose those elements of it that are most applicable to your club and what you're trying to achieve. And of course, we've got a lot of resources that we produce here at Rotary headquarters on the website that can help you think through some of these things and to try to come up with a specific plan for your club that's meant to address the issues that you're facing locally, where you try to make your club stronger, engage your members more, have greater impact, make a greater difference.
So John, thank you. I've learned an awful lot listening to you. A lot of things I didn't know about Rotary, and I'm glad I got to learn all of those too. So thanks very much.
We are people of action.
And when there's a challenge to confront, people of action come together and make a plan.
Even as we continue to help address global challenges, we're facing one of our own. When Rotary surveyed people around the world, we found a big gap between who we are as an organization today and who we need and want to be.
Our foundation is strong, but Rotary is ready to show that we can grow and become even stronger.
So we established our new action plan as a roadmap for how we can think differently, be more inclusive, and become a stronger, more effective Rotary.
The plan has 4 priorities. We're going to increase our impact because now more than ever, the world needs innovative planning and proved solutions. We'll be more data-driven, not just serving communities and doing good works, but measuring what we do so we can scale up our successes. And share more compelling stories about the good we do.
We will expand our reach by welcoming new people into Rotary and finding new ways to connect with people who share our commitment to making our communities and ourselves better. We'll enhance participant engagement by making sure everyone who connects with us gets even more out of their experiences than they put in.
And we'll increase our ability to adapt, because staying ahead of change while staying true to who we are is exactly how we make sure we have the staying power it takes to lead a new century of change.
Rotary's action plan is ambitious, but we can do it.
If we work together on new ways to think, plan, and take action, we will bring our communities and our organization to new heights.
Our legacy is in the making. Ready to do your part?
Let's show the world what it means to be people of action.
It is the clear guidance from our action plan that helps us support the programs that make Rotary, Rotary. One such program is the Rotary Peace Fellowship, comprised of a network of Rotary Peace Centers at premier universities. The Peace Fellowship program is a tangible way that Rotary creates sustainable peace around the world. Here to reflect on her time as a Peace Fellow, it's my privilege to introduce Rotary Peace Fellow and CEO of the United for Change Center, Jimena Murillo.
Over the past year, Rotarians demonstrated an unwavering commitment to humanity, unshakable optimism, and resolve in continued action. Is this a surprise? Of course not, for we are speaking of Rotary. Without a doubt, this is a better world due to the presence, influence, and activities of this global organization. And it is a great honor to be here with you today. Limitations imposed by a pandemic have not stopped Rotary from its noble purpose and irreplaceable role. So, here we are together through technology, celebrating how Rotary opens opportunities. Today, I invite you to close your eyes and dream big, like the song The Quest by Joe Darian. Even the most impossible of dreams, fighting the unbeatable foe, bearing the unbearable sorrow, and running where the brave dare not go. As this convention convened, I dare you to dream about a world at peace, an ideal place where there is no violence, inequality, or social injustice, where all people are affirmed, honored, enjoy access to education, healthcare, economic opportunities, and where respecting and taking care of the environment is a priority. As a peace builder, I do not apologize for being a dreamer, believing in what many may consider impossible, for dreams represent the rich soil in which good things grow. Some of my dreams have at times seemed impossible. Fortunately, my colleagues from Rotary Peace Fellows and Rotarians helped me every step of the way. And my experience as a Peace Fellow has been transformational, personally and professionally, exceeding even the wonderful academic training and skills I acquired. Like it has for many others, being a Peace Fellow opened my world to the shared purpose of peace. After all, peace is the ultimate reflection of the human soul, and we are at our best in its presence. As a Rotary Peace Fellow, my journey has connected me with so many wonderful people from all around the world, from different walks of life, but sharing the same quest for peace. Indeed, it has become apparent I am not dreaming in isolation, but instead as part of a network of more than 1,500 amazing catalysts for change who serve as ambassadors of peace. In times of uncertainty, fear, and darkness, these agents of peace are bright lights of hope and resilience. In the past 2 years, Rotary Peace Fellows launched a global alumni association with 5 regional chapters to enable us to pursue a dream that is bigger than all of us, accelerating collaboration and mutual support. We've worked together for greater collective impact with our Rotarian colleagues and positive peace activators in a global cyber peace conference, a Rotarian Peace Projects Incubator, and we actively participated in the Rotary Action Group for Peace. Several ideas and projects emerged and creativity flourished. This is just some of the evidence that Rotary's peace movement is taking root among its growing community of Peace Fellows. Building peace is complex and extremely difficult, and it is even harder to maintain. Having a lasting and deep relationship with the United Nations, Rotary has been able to work with critical focus areas aligned to the Sustainable Development Goals, casting seeds of lasting and sustainable peace. Still, we must ask ourselves, how can we take this effort to a new level? How can we do more to sustain peace? How can we synergize Rotary's activities and resources for greater impact? Consider it as an acronym. P, to promote a culture of peace by fostering open dialogue, compassion, and empathy. E, to empower more people in becoming leaders for peace. A, to achieve positive elements of peace more efficiently. C, to connect and co-create to maintain peace. And E, envision a world beyond the one we know today. My dream is that Rotary will envision a way to connect its amazing resources, like instruments in a symphony. It's only when a conductor brings all instruments together into symphonic harmony that they become magnificent. Similarly, I dream Rotary Peace Fellows will be woven into every aspect of Rotary, integrated and orchestrated for greater impact. Thank you for the opportunity to be with you today.
You know, peace building is something everyone can do, and Rotary empowers us all to be peacemakers. But with so many global challenges and changes underway, how do we maximize our impact? One way to meet these challenges is to work together. By partnering with other organizations, we can scale our impact and take on the most complex issues. Our next speaker leads one of our esteemed partner organizations, Family of Rotary. Please welcome the Director General of the World Health Organization, Dr. Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus.
Distinguished colleagues, my fellow Rotarians and friends, I would like to thank Rotary International President Holger Nack and the leaders of Rotary for the opportunity to address all Rotarians attending the convention today. 1 month ago, I received my first vaccination against COVID-19, Like millions of people around the world, I was reminded of the incredible power of vaccines to save lives. But I was also conscious of the millions more who don't have access to these life-saving tools. As Rotarians, you understand these issues only too well. You know that vaccines have helped to push polio to the brink of eradication. But you also know that until every last child is protected, the job is not done. When COVID-19 struck, you didn't abandon your vision of a polio-free world. You redoubled your efforts, helping reach an incredible milestone last August when WHO's Africa region was certified free of wild polio virus. The infrastructure developed to end polio is helping us to counter the pandemic. Polio personnel have played a vital role against COVID-19 in almost 50 countries. 30,000 polio program staff have been deployed to help with the global response in capacity building, community engagement, disease surveillance, and communications. I want to thank you for your commitment to eradicating polio. I thank you for sharing the conviction that everyone deserves access to essential health services. The pandemic has highlighted that unprepared and underserved communities anywhere are a threat to health everywhere. Rotarians know this, and I want you to know that your investment in public health will inspire future generations to live up to your motto of service above self. As a child growing up in Ethiopia, I saw posters advertising WHO's global campaign to eradicate smallpox. Thanks to the power of vaccines, smallpox now exists only in the history books. And with the power of vaccines, we can make polio history too. Together, we see a world in which all people can access the health services they need without financial hardship. Together, we see a world in which no country is left behind in the quest for health and dignity. Thank you once again for your partnership. Thank you so much. It has never been more important, and I know that together we can find a way out of this crisis for a healthier, safer, fairer future for all of us. I thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Tedros, for those inspiring remarks. I encourage Rotarians around the world to take this message to heart and reflect on how we can all work together for a more peaceful future. As our first general session comes to a close, let's take another trip back to Germany and a trip back in time. For those of you who attended the 2019 Hamburg Convention, you might remember our next highly energetic performance group. It's a mashup of old and new where alpine music meets hip-hop. Known worldwide for their electrifying style, I'm pleased to introduce DDC, Breakdance in Lederhosen.
Hello together, we are the DDC! And we are thrilled to be back and perform for you again. We are the 2-time world champions in breakdance, and we are usually performing all over the world.
Because of reasons we all know we can't get together, but we filmed a cool video exclusively for you.
So thank you so much to our friends at Rotary International for inviting us back, and thank you Rotarians for your dedication to service above self.
And now we wish you a lot of fun and warm greetings from Germany. Your DDC.
Yeah!
Thank you all for joining the first general session of our 2021 Rotary Virtual Convention. Today has been an incredible start to our program, and I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have. For those of you who may be tuned in late or missed it, or you simply want to rewatch, I encourage you to check out our flag ceremony that's available for on-demand viewing on our platform. And while you're there, be sure to check out the other features available, such as our walking challenge. I also want to encourage you to tune in again tomorrow for another exciting session. You'll hear from Rotary leaders and influential Rotarians, young change makers, and you'll even have a chance to visit President Holger's home in Germany. To close out today's session, let's all think about what we've learned today and how we can apply it to our own districts and clubs. Consider the opportunities that you've had access to and reflect on the ways that you can open opportunities for others. It's been my pleasure to be your host, and I can't wait to see you tomorrow for our second general session. I'll see you then.